Hello.
Hey.
Well, it's that time of year again. For
It
the
is.
first time.
First time of the year, but it's that time again where we come together to really pull apart one of the biggest decisions Ian and I make every year.
Yeah, the jury's out, and this is really tricky for us. We're debating on Masters of Debate this week, but we're doing it without a third member, and quite frankly, she's not even here to defend herself.
Yeah, and that's purposeful because if any of you have been in a career long enough, you know that every now and then you gotta fill out a little paper.
Yeah.
And you got to say, here's what I did good and here's what I did bad. And your boss comes to you and he says, here's your annual review.
This is our annual performance review.
Annual performance review.
For our third member. And she would, I think if she were here, she'd be able to say, she'd be able to probably speak to this best.
Yes, exactly.
But at this point,
that's not how we do performance reviews in our friendship.
Yeah, and I'll just break this down, kind of the org chart of our little podcast for all listeners.
Please.
This is Ian. I'm CEO and founder and president. And then Nick is
I'm the CFO.
CFO. He's a CFO. And so together...
I handle all our finances.
Yeah.
I handle all of our social media teams.
Yep. And Anna has been an intern, and we're wondering if she should continue on into season 3.
Yeah, so this is Anna's annual review, and we're glad that you could join us. We're sorry that you're going to get no relief from our voices.
No, absolutely not. You don't know who's who, and that's, you know what? Just embrace it. Just say it's Ian and it's Nick, and this is Ian, and that's Nick.
Yeah, just take it like the marionette that you are.
Yeah, that's right. You're a puppet. You're our puppet, to be specific. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through some highlighted clips. We've gotten some clips together of Anna, and we're going to be reviewing them to see, we love Anna. She's probably our closest friend, one of our closest friends.
And one of the strongest interns we've ever had.
And by far one of our strongest. There was a cat at one point that did a lot of really good work.
Yeah,
But not as much on mic stuff.
Yeah, we had to put it down.
Yeah, and we had to put the cat down. So, and we're wondering, is the same fate, to be expected for Anna? So without further ado, let's get into some of the hot content she's been laying down.
Should we introduce this as a segment, Anna's annual performance review?
Yeah, it is a big, long segment.
Okay, so this is Anna's annual performance review.
Okay, so let's hear the first clip.
I would love to hear it.
Santa's real because my mother never would have brought a Shih Tzu into the house.
Okay, so here's what I think she means here. And I want to advocate for her as much as I can in her absence.
Yeah.
And this is out of context, but I think basically what Anna's saying is that Santa is real because her mother wouldn't allow a Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
Long and short of it.
No, I heard. And, at first I thought when I remember this.
Yeah.
This
Do you remember
debate
the episode,
that we had. I remember the context, the episode that we were having. And when she first said it, I thought, those two things have nothing to do with each other. And she does that sometimes.
And sure, she'll start from sort of a non sequitur, what you think is, and she'll bring it together.
She'll bring me something that, I don't know where you are going with
It is
this.
smart.
It's smart. It is super smart. And I got to give her credit that she pulls those divergent ideas together.
Yeah.
And I think this is a point in her bucket.
Yeah, and we got to give it to her for this one. And it's really a show of her. That's a really good display of some of her debating skills, right?
Exactly.
Let's let that kind of segue into the next clip here. So, what's another one we've got? Okay, let's listen to this one.
We were the Burger King, and then we got a restraining order from the Burger King.
What were you doing
Alabama thing I've ever heard.
Wait. Before you say, I don't want you involved.
Well, I'll tell you. We kept going into the fountain drinks and filling them up. And
Oh,
not paying.
But
then we were not just drinking the Coke out of the cup.
What else?
Whiskey.
Okay, so here, she interrupted me, first of all. So that's a problem for me.
Constant interruptions. But also, to your point, it was one of those situations where the hick thing came up. But it's what we love about her.
It is.
It's her Southern heritage. It's her pride. It's, she brings in a different set of views that I never would have considered.
And I never would have had. And I certainly don't have them.
She's made my life better telling me about gigging frogs. Remember that?
That's in here,
That
I think,
fun,
at some point.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. That fun little bit about taking a spear and stabbing a frog.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun for her.
So I can't give her a point simply because she did interrupt me. And this is, I hope, something she's working on and she's aware of is that she interrupts. And I think you and I are perfect and that we don't interrupt each other. And that's why we're not on the chopping block here. We never interrupt.
I just wanted to make sure you were done. I wanted to validate your claim.
See? Even though I kind of spoke over you, but I wasn't interrupting.
It's not an conversation. No, it's conversation.
This is conversation.
We're good at bantering.
Yeah, if you and I are just doing the podcast, there's no issues. But because she's a third element, we have to see, does she bring enough to the table?
Yeah, that's why we do an annual performance review.
That's why we do what we do.
Yeah. Can I bring up the Burger King thing?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the actually, like, what about that?
When she filled out her application, she never actually said that there was she has a restraining order against her.
Yeah. So she's nationwide. The king himself is not allowed within, she is not allowed
within 2,000 feet of the king. And, I feel like that should have come up in her interview process.
Yeah. And that is something we found out kind of in the middle of season 1. Mm-hmm. And quite frankly, it gave her a little bit more character for me. It made her a little bit more edgy. Is that bad?
But it's one of those things that whenever like we're walking on a sidewalk and she's like maybe 15 feet in front of us, we talk about like it still concerns you.
Is this going to happen again tonight?
Yeah.
Like, why is she consistently asking to go to that intersection where I know
there's the king
and there's only like a BP on the other side?
It's either BK or BP.
So, exactly. So for me, it's both a positive and a negative, but again, I have to write the clip off because she interrupted me.
So but I'm going to put it in the needs improvement, but not necessarily like concerning.
Okay. And that was more of an anecdote, right? So that doesn't fall into debate.
No.
That's more of an anecdote.
It's more of her character.
Yeah. So she's still positively viewed at this point. So let's move into another clip.
They like you kind of said earlier, it's like they go out for a long day of eating krill, and then and then they get home and they're like got krill gut, like they went to a krill happy hour, and then they kind of like swam home to kind of drunk, and then they like have been trying to do more around the house, but now they've got krill belly.
Can I just explain the context here?
Yeah, I don't remember this.
So the context is I asked, I believe, can sharks go backwards? And she said they can regress emotionally. They can take steps backwards. And so she began to explain this scenario. Now, in my eyes, this is something that maybe has played out in her own life.
Yeah, it sounded like projection a little bit.
It did.
She loves krill.
Yep, and she's the kind of person to swim home and honestly perhaps put things to the side a little because she's just kind of
chugging mugs of krill.
She's been chugging mugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those little shrimps.
Yep. Specifically the shrimp.
Specifically ocean shrimp.
Well done.
Yeah.
What do we think?
I'm going to give this one to her because did you hear my little laugh cackle? That's when I like things. And I'm like...
Yeah, that's true. It gets
like
real high pitched.
Yeah, like a little pelican-y.
Yeah, and that might come up in your review.
Okay.
But, I mean, that's not the...
I'm reviewed by the board. Not you.
Well, yeah, but I'm a part of the board. I don't know if you knew that.
How did you get on the board?
Well, I'm an investor and a partner, and my PTO has been through the roof. This FQ.
That sounds like insider trading.
So, at the end of the day, it's really all about where are we going to be at the back half of the year.
Yeah. Well, I got a clip.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. One that I thought was strong.
Okay.
Was very strong. You know, because I think she's brought a lot to the table this year, a lot to the corporation. So check this out. Anna once lived inside of a closet with like one of those like mats from the Depression era.
No, what you need to know is that my dear Alex, friend named Alex, we somehow got finagled into a living situation where we not only had a closet as a bedroom, but we were sharing it. So
I remember that.
I shared a walk-in closet as a bedroom
on a bed full of straw.
We were like puppies in a litter.
A couple things I love in there.
First of all, classic
and a bit, right? Yeah. Our listeners will come back to this all the time. Finagled. I don't know if that's a word, but I got it. I understood it.
You know what I like about Anna is that she brings us up a notch in terms of vocabulary.
Yeah, I don't know many words, and she knows several more.
I knew like probably 1,200 words before I met Anna.
Yeah.
And now I know a good 1750.
Yeah, because to her credit, she is a literature giant.
She's a wordsmith.
She knows how to put some of these sentences together. It's like a French person swearing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And she's taught me a lot, not just about words, not just about vocabulary, but also about how to conduct myself in public. And she taught me that I'm boy 2 and you're boy 1, or I'm boy A, because that's still kind of first.
Yeah.
And when you say A1, you're saying steak sauce, but you're saying A first. Did you think about that? Because I'm boy A.
No, you could say 1A.
Yeah, but I'd say more commonly you're going to say A1. And again, this will come up in your performance review.
Okay, well, remember who controls the purse strings.
Yeah,
I just want you to remember that.
That would be true. Mm-hmm. So just to give even the audience a little bit more, so I'm getting paid, close to 600K.
Yeah,
well over six figures.
Yeah,
and Nick's kind of not taking a salary yet.
Yeah, I get more vacation days.
Well, technically yes.
But
furlough. I work. You know what? You get what you pay for. In other words.
All that to say, I thought this was strong. Finagled is a good word. And then that metaphor at the end.
Yeah, she kept it.
Like a litter of puppies.
Yeah.
So that's points to her credit in my book. That's a strong clip. Fans love that one.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of feedback about that one.
Yeah.
Let's hear another clip, shall we?
Yeah, please. These are coming in hot and fast, and I like it.
Yeah, you could cut
No,
him.
you don't cut a frog. You gig a frog.
You are so southern.
Yeah, you go
What is
frog.
gig a frog?
You go frog.
A gig is a big spear that you use specifically for frog hunting.
Really?
Yes,
That's
we
so
have
violent.
them.
Yeah, I don't. What do you want to say about this clip? It's just educational.
Yeah, it teaches you a lot. I still think about it a lot.
Is it TMI? Is it too much information?
It felt that way. It felt a little... I don't know. It felt like I was getting a glimpse behind the curtain where the sausage is made.
Did you want that?
Kinda.
Do you ever eat frogs now? Because I haven't eaten one since then.
Really?
I haven't had one single frog since then.
Oh, man. That's sad to me.
And is it her fault? Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like you got a little insight, like Upton Sinclair, The Jungle.
Yeah, it's almost like Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
Where you know the captors
Yeah.
and you begin to fall in love with them.
Yeah.
And in this situation, I've fallen in love with the frog.
Yeah.
So is it Anna's fault? Yeah.
I
You
could
don't
see
think
that.
so?
I could see that. I'm sad that you can't have a frog.
Yeah, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to have one. I don't want to eat one.
You want to be with one?
Sure, romantically.
Yeah.
And there's a story. There's an old story. And it goes a little something like this.
Yeah.
And it's if you kiss a frog, it'll turn into a prince. And now I'll never get to experience that.
Because that frog will have been stabbed already.
Yep. And so I do
Yeah.
blame her, and I can't give her a point for that. Mm-hmm. All right, now, another clip.
Yeah, you bring it up.
I need one more thing to decide who is going to win this debate.
Call it. It's mine.
Ian, you want to go
Oh my god, no, then I won! I won because I said Dibs work. You disagree with Dibs. That's not even...
Yeah, this is a great clip. That's a really...
No, I'm already mad.
So hands down.
As soon as I heard it, I was mad.
Hands down, this is a point for
No,
Anna.
point out.
And I think a reason to keep her around for eternity.
Point out. No.
Because she's got a good... That's her judging a debate. That's her judging a debate in my favor. And frankly, she was right to do it.
Yeah.
So she gets creative with the solutions that she puts forward.
Her judgments are... They're not impartial, but they're not consistent either.
Yeah. And so...
So it kind of makes it fair.
It's just a fun game. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So life is like, in that way, a box of chocolates, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, but like Anna's box of chocolates, it's got like 8 caramels and 2 toffees.
Yeah, and some of them are a little like hairy.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of them are. One of them's half eaten, and one of them's got a little. There's like a little red wine stain all over one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one.
So point for her is what I'm saying.
No, point out. Nope, gone.
All right, let's listen to another one.
I would just like to say, I used to waitress and in the restaurant once. This woman came in with her like matted up Maltese poodle mix, and was like, and we were like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, no pets." And she's like, "It's my service animal." And we were like,
You can't really do anything.
we can't do anything. We're just like, okay. And the dog bit the busboy.
Oh, that's a good.
and was
red
loud,
flag.
like
Well,
what's the word? Lunging at everyone as it went by and barking and snapping.
There's that vocabulary again.
Yeah, and you got to give her credit for that. But here's where you got to take credit away, and I just want to be as really, really even keeled as I can here.
Yeah, be objective. It's for the better of the company.
Yeah, and this is at the end of the day, this is about the bottom line and how much we're spending versus a return on investment.
Yeah.
So it's basically this: does she like dogs or not? Because she seems to have a pretty pro dog stance on our podcast.
Yeah. Overall, I'd say she loves them.